Bronny can go in front of Ian.
Nigga, my mama gonna go to war, nigga. I don't give a fuck how old she is or how old I am. So if I got a pops, that nigga don't do this. Well, he better do this. That's right.
Yeah. But now we're opening the door for all of these parents to start coming out and protecting their kids.
If you think that's bad, wait till you see Shadour.
Right, it's about to get worse.
Deion already doing that. We all saw what we saw, and you know what we saw.
That's elementary school.
No.
That's all
like, when you a teammate, he push him like, man, like, let's go. He push him like, get off of me. Get off of me. Get off me. No, don't touch me. Was it worth the $30,000? Now? In the moment.
In that moment.
In the moment.
He was up.
You remember? Was it bingo night? Or was it? 44. You know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But keep it high level. This is going to just give you the beats. And I give you my opinion at the end on all of these topics. But what's going on, the core issue, is the carriage rights fee.
First of all, start off the right way. Exactly. Let me start out like this. This is why I'm broke and you got money. This whole Dak Prescott saga.
What are those? On the field, I got metric after metric. He's a winner. Okay, he's number one in all categories for the Dallas Cowboys first 5 seasons. Off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak Prescott is,
I am undisputed. Oh, come on. And me playing basketball, and I just want to line up.
He's getting up.
And show, yeah, we doing this for real. He's funny. I want to go rebound. Shoot.
This one?
Cut that up, baby. This boy, it's wet time. That's what I do.
I still don't know why this is a pick, except exceptional play by the defender. Look at that. 2 dudes reaching, and then he comes between them and say, let me split this bunk bed. And I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's something. Sack on your first play ever in the NFL. I know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear from a player because they play the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song I got.
Did you say song. Sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
Well, you think you can do something with that? Hey man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail. Okay, you know what, big dog? Yes, I'm light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now. Let's get
Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits. You play things that people haven't found out about yet. Discovery. Not up to me. I don't have this ego where I'm a buck, talk trash, and be like, yo, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna be like this. All right, I got enough talent. I got enough belief in me. I know what I want to do. Yep, let me go do it.
Wah, wah, wah. What's cracking like a mackin', jackin', running back into the Jesus up, because it's 5 in the morning on the West Coast, so Weeze is up. Woo, I'll be asking y'all for a lot. Y'all can hear a little coach's voice in there. We got our national AAU tournament, so let's just say I'm an involved parent. Let's just say that. Love all you guys out there for rocking with your boy. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a member, hit the super chat, because we are going to chop it up today. The headline story is Floyd Mayweather, Pacquiao, part 2. No, called off. A lot of legalities, financial issues, question marks, etc. We're going to dive deep into that. Joy Taylor is back. That's all I got to say. We're going to listen to Joy Taylor talk a little talk with Michael Irvin, getting it in on the White House, as they say. Yeah, and she's talking that White House talk, if y'all know what the White House really was. All that and more. LeVar Ball is talking about his ball boys, and he's also talking about his divorce from his wife, Tina, of 30 years. Boy, that marriage, boy. They got good PR because, boy, that marriage is tough out there in them streets. We got to talk about LeBron, his next move. Brian Windhorst breaks a lot of that down for us as well. Caitlin Clark, people coming to her defense, people coming to her offense. They coming after Caitlin Clark. D. Wade talks about the toughest loss he's ever had, his toughest thing he had to deal with, and more. So on this show, the headline just gets it started, but doesn't mean that's where we stop. So let's just keep it going. All things considered. So how y'all rocking out there? Let me see where my super fans are. Get some love as I prepare our first topic because I'm about to drop it. Man. Yesterday we won. We had our first game. Shout out to Ephraim Salam. Shout out to Deion Taylor. I saw all the boys out there. A lot of former players' kids play, and they kids are damn good. I heard in the NBA draft of the 30 first rounders, 22 of them, their parents played pro or competed in the Olympics or something like that. It's real spit. Like, you can't out-train DNA. I'm sorry. You just can't. If DNA works, good luck. And I mean luck, because it ain't going to work. It's crazy out here. So now you can see the monopoly, and sports has become big business at the lower level, youth level. It's professionalized at the youth level to the point where you can't sell candy anymore and play on the team. If you are, that team ain't that good. Like, it's high class now to play sports. It's crazy. Just priced it out. It's real spit. So without further ado, let's get into this, and you know what we do on this show. First and foremost, hydrate. Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao 2 is officially off. The fight was announced by Netflix. Netflix got to call something off. You know they pissed. Oh, this means they had to force their hand. Netflix is like, we can't do something? Netflix is behind the paywall. We can do what we want, right? The inmates run this asylum. Like, the inmates run this prison. What the hell? We can't do something? What is going on? So that fight was to take place at the Sphere on September 19th. Let's just say I'm sure that they've been selling some tickets for that. Floyd Mayweather also had an exhibition fight canceled this week and is in the middle of multiple lawsuits where he could lose millions. First thing I thought of is, like, what does one have to do with the other? Like, if anything, I know that I need this fight or these fights for my lawsuits. You mean I'm going to miss a court date? No. It's a Saturday night, so I'm not missing a court date. Why are you stopping this for this? And you know I need this to get that, if that's the situation. So that didn't add up to me necessarily what's going on. So you got to dig a little more, and you start seeing stuff like TMZ now reporting another lawsuit for Floyd Mayweather, $4.65 million. Even though that's a ton of money, that's not a ton of money compared to what he's going to make in this fight if you have the fight. So whatever. CSI Entertainment has filed alleging it paid $4.65 million for rights to exhibition fights with Tyson and Pacquiao. Tyson? Who the hell is Tyson? His name is Mayweather. The company claims Mayweather accepted advance payments, then pursued separate deals. So, this is starting to sound a little different. This is starting to sound like maybe he's in the wrong places with the wrong people. Like you in bed with the wrong person, right? Like these lawsuits are adding up one thing, but who these lawsuits are with, another thing. So let's get a little more commentary on it. Some people are sympathetic about it. Some people are like, the way you was flashing it and throwing it in my face, who gives a damn about you? I want to hear more.
Fucked up now. Is it hard to have sympathy for Floyd? For me, it is.
No, it's not for me.
It's not hard.
It's not for me.
Why? I struggle. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm just saying when I watch watching how he's lived over the last 20, the flamboyance, the money. It's just hard when I watch people. I watch people get robbed of their money, right? Mm-hmm. There's a way that he moves with money that makes it harder for me to feel sympathetic. And I'm not saying it's fair. I'm just saying
that's not fair.
I'm stipulating. I'm not saying this is fair.
What did you say?
I think what I'm taking from him, because I hate when we get on shows and everybody get on higher ground than they actually live on. So that's what authenticity really is. Are you really expressing how you really are feeling and moving? That's authentic, okay? And you can tell the difference. We all know everyone has their different levels of authenticity. But what I love about what he's saying is that is a conflict within all of us. I know Floyd Mayweather. That used to be my neighbor. That was my dog. I've hung with Floyd Mayweather. And even I, hearing all these stories, feel some version of conflict. Now, it may be 90-10, like 90%, I'm like, damn, that's messed up to Floyd. And 10% is like, he asked for it. You know what I mean? And I think that's the deeper discussion, the nuanced discussion. That's why we do this show. We ain't just trying to say black and white, oh, Floyd sucks. Oh, poor Floyd. It's not that. It's like, damn, he did this to himself, but damn, this is messed up what they doing to Floyd, right? We both are feeling that. I can tell that. The thing about it is, one still doesn't have something to do with the other, because you lose your touch of humanity when you start saying, see how he was acting? Oh, he deserved that. So growing up, all these dudes that was banging and acting a fool, oh, he deserved to get killed. He deserved to get shot. You don't say that. You say, man, I saw it kind of coming. You soften the blow. You say, he was asking for it. You say stuff like that, but you don't actually feel like good for him. He deserved it. I don't think so.
How you personally feel about that?
Yeah, it's like when I watch something like "fuck you, poor people," and then they lose their money. I don't have as much sympathy. You know what I mean? It's just harder for me. You know, but I still think it's unfortunate. I feel bad. And I also don't know that he got robbed. I hope it's true that he didn't just mismanage his money, that, you know, there's some recourse that he can get his money back.
But even if he did,
yeah, Floyd, do you know Floyd have ever said "fuck you"?
That's what I was. Yo, you took the words out of my mouth. Just because I live a flamboyant lifestyle, I don't mean I'm necessarily saying put my middle finger up to people that are poor.
Man, Max Kellerman, I can remember like yesterday, Max Kellerman and I was having this argument. I think some caller called in, was saying the same thing. Oh, forget Floyd Mayweather and he's too flamboyant, blah, 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 blah. And Max was like, look, if the undefeated champion in boxing can't flash, who in the hell can? And if you really listen to that, that's real. Like Floyd Mayweather, who jogs from the club sober 4 a.m. to do road work, but he's still hanging out. Floyd Mayweather, one of the, if not the most dedicated to his craft ever. Think about it. I know that people don't want to put that on him because they see antics, they see flamboyance, but take it from me, knowing all the athletes you're going to name, LeBron, Tom Brady, etc., no one has outworked Floyd Mayweather. No one. It's like a Peyton Manning, and Peyton Manning he's probably the poster child of working the hardest, right? First in, last out, Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning is not working harder than Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather was insane, but he wore it different. He just didn't dress it up the same. So, if he can't show off, who has earned the right to show off? The dude working the hardest and got the best results? Never beat, never defeated.
Actually, I might have seen the exact opposite. I mean, Floyd, when he's in giving mode,
that nigga will go in his pocket and give niggas 10,000, 5,000.
Yeah, he gave a lot to a lot of people.
Changed a lot of lives.
I don't mean he literally said "fuck you, poor people." I'm saying when you walk around
through actions.
I don't see how y'all could go on vacation with less than 12 watches. I don't see.
Okay, let me stop there. And this is a quick stop. I hate when people do that. They throw something out there and see if you're going to run with it. And if you don't, they be like, I ain't mean that. He threw that out there like Floyd was an F poor people. And we know he didn't mean it literally, but he said it to try to take the conversation there. And when they were all like, nah, retort, nah, take that back. Oh, no, I ain't mean it like that. Yes, you did. We just didn't go for it.
Yeah,
that was all part of a character, no more.
Yeah, and I'm saying that character for me doesn't incur sympathy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So let me.
I'm just saying for me.
I think we lose track sometimes. I think that
Floyd was a good kid, man.
Yeah, it's levels. It's levels to a bunch of shit, right? Mm-hmm. It's levels to a bunch of shit. So, and this is where we get caught up in our billionaire conversation or our ultra rich conversation. That's like somebody saying, "Yo, I have empathy for Mark if he hits a bad patch because Mark got 300 pairs of sneakers and that's obsessive and he don't need 300 pairs.
I think that would be reasonable. But again,
Mark is wired different.
No, Mark is. Well, yes, he is wired different, but I think he has a global conversation about this, and he knows within that global conversation there are different hemispheres. Like I'm thinking one side is like, yeah, flex, because being real, if you got 300 pair of shoes and you go broke, I mean, if you were an athlete, that ain't a lot of money. First of all, you probably got half of them free. The other half you paid. That ain't a lot of money. Like we always look at it for the wrong reasons. Oh, he went broke because look how many cars he got. That ain't the reason. The number one reason you go broke is your family. Number one reason. The village that you got to bring and drag along with you because the village is broke. And you want to move villages. You have moved. Floyd moved. Whoever the athlete is moved. Problem is, nobody else can keep up. No one else compares. So now you're looking at the whole village, you're like, damn, I'm over here eating filet mignon, and they all still eating Spam. So you try to close the gap. All right, I can't give all y'all filet mignon, I'll go broke. However, and this is how you get slicked into going broke. You thinking you doing better than giving them all filet mignon, you say, okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Pork chops. I'm gonna hook y'all up, pork chops. Pork chops ain't that expensive, pork chops are good. And then you give away enough pork chops, you should have just gave away some filet mignon. Because everybody needs 5,000. Everyone needs 10,000. Sister needs a condo. Mama needs a house. Daddy needs a house and a car. Like, it just drains you death by 1,000 paper cuts. That's what really happens when you're on broke. It ain't just that one item. It ain't just that one car. Look, they don't help, but people forget the village is what makes you go broke. Hooking up everybody who was along for the journey when you were growing up.
But here's the thing, Ish, I'm not saying I don't have sympathy because he has a lot of stuff. I'm saying it's the flaunting of it that makes me less sympathetic. If I walked around, came on TV every day and said, y'all niggas wearing the same pair of sneakers twice? Fuck y'all. And then one day, all my sneakers got stolen. I wouldn't expect you to have sympathy for me, even if.
But that's part of my.
It's wrong that somebody stole my sneakers.
That's part of my job to actually be this person.
Yes, you're just explaining why he does it. I'm just saying, like, it makes me.
Just saying it.
It just makes me less sympathetic.
And a lot of people are like that.
Let me ask you a question, though, Mark.
I told you the story. I would tell you again because they just brought it up. Floyd Mayweather went from Pretty Boy Floyd to Money Mayweather. And it was a conscious persona decision, and it extracted the most money of any boxer ever. It got him the highest purses for any boxer ever. And it wasn't because he necessarily was the best boxer ever. That's an argument in itself. It was because he was able to take his name, his persona to another stratosphere to the point where we either love this dude or we love to hate him. And it happened with the De La Hoya fight, the trolling. Remember that? The sombrero? I was on the panel with Floyd Mayweather when he was Pretty Boy. And he was going the typical route. 20 gold chains, sunglasses inside. I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best. We've seen that before. Clubber Lang 2.0. That wasn't going to do it. You know what did it? When he said, oh, I'm about this money. And when I'm about this money, guess what? Everybody get it. And he went after the golden, right? The golden boy. And at that time, you didn't mess with Oscar. Oh, no. One, the Mexican heritage, but two, golden boy. And he did. And he slayed that dragon.
Real quick, who's the guy that said it was good for Muhammad Ali? The guy that Muhammad Ali made jokes about? Frazier. Do you agree that Frazier said that he made all those jokes about me and then look who can't talk or whatever? Do you agree with that? No matter what Muhammad Ali did for the people, no matter what he stood for, no matter where he was at, stood for black people, he was out there on the front lines. Joe Frazier ended up saying that about him. Oh, he said I was the R word. Now look who is that? Look who can't speak. Yeah. Do you agree with Joe Frazier's?
What I would say,
he does have a right to say it, but I agree with that sentiment.
What I would say is to Joe Frazier is like, I don't agree that you deserved it, and I think it's wrong that happened to you. But I can understand how Joe Frazier, who's on the business end of those jokes, wouldn't have as much sympathy for Muhammad Ali as somebody else, as he would for George Foreman.
It's the same thing I be saying about how certain people look at Wendy Williams.
Perfect example.
Like, do we think what's happening to her is a good thing? No, but there are a lot of people that's like, because of the way she built her brand.
If Wendy Williams ruined your life,
there's a lot of people
that
don't have as much sympathy for her as they should.
Because Floyd, I hate that people with bad hearts get brought up so much in these type of
listen to this. Not just that, Floyd not out here just ridiculing people and making their life live in hell because I'm rejoicing in the things that my craft has afforded me.
See, I think a lot of people
that's not a good parallel. Wendy Williams was doing mean shit to people and saying mean shit to people.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So we starting to get it, and it's interesting that does hit home in a couple of ways when you talk about Floyd Mayweather. Like, say what you want, you could just tell he wasn't mean-spirited, but that doesn't change anything in terms of sympathy. Like, for the people who are like, oh, well, I'm over here struggling, and this dude over here just spending it and wasting it, and then he falls down. Oh, well. that person does not care how his heart looks or what he's spending it on. He's just doing too much. When you're doing too much and then you live in a world where most people can't do enough, we don't care, right? That's why I said I feel the conflict too. I'm with y'all. Man, look, you know, I told you I was golfing with the dude with the B, the billionaire. And listening to his life and knowing what he's spending it on, I'm like, good Lord. But that's real money. That money is spinning off hundreds of millions of dollars a year without doing anything else. Dog, if some of these guys are getting 20 to 45% a year on some of their great investments and interests, obviously there are years where they don't. But if you could safely get, let's just say the safest, 5%. But when you're talking about that type of money, it's higher. Elon Musk just put out a damn app that's going to give you 6% on savings. Everyone else is giving you 1%. So let you know when you got real money, you can do some real things. Say you're making 10% and you got billions, 2 billion. Did you just say 200 million? 200 million a year. That's why you keep looking at, look how much Steve Ballmer got now. Steve Ballmer, when he came and bought the Clippers, he bought the Clippers for $2 billion. He said he overpaid for them because he just had to have them. Okay, all that said. I remember though, when he came here, they said he was worth 20 billion, which is a sick amount, but still 20 billion. Now, I think he's worth like 100, 200 billion. I mean, how you get that much richer in 7 years? That part. That interest and them investments, and they just start rolling. Oh, suckers be like, yeah, let me put 100 million on SpaceX day one. All right, so it's different levels of money. We talking with Floyd, but also the Wendy Williams part, because I hear that a lot. Because what I'm doing right now is film study, right? And I just look at what you say, and I talk about it good and bad. Obviously, more people are going to be attracted to the bad than the good. Obviously, more people are going to retain the bad than the good. So I'm Wendy Williams, which I don't know Wendy Williams and her. I was in New York a little bit when she was doing it. All I remember are the headlines, which is, ooh, she said that about Jay-Z. Ooh, she said. I don't know what she did day to day. I don't know what a Wednesday show was for Wendy Williams. But the point is, you can build a brand where people say, oh, you're critical. I understand that. People think I'm critical. I'm really not. They just only see the clips or the headlines. If you really watch this show, we over here talking about life. Good, bad, and ugly. And it starts with me. I talk about my good, my bad, and my ugly. Oh, y'all wait. So I understand when people just read your brand and they just say, this is what I think of it. I get it. Well, some people say people helped them. 50 Cent came along. 50 Cent reposted some audio. Y'all got to help me and tell me if this makes sense or not. Because Al Heyman and Leonard Ellaby in it. Leonard Ellaby like, dog, don't put me in it. I'm like, but that's your voice. So let's go. Let's see what this is about.
I told you I was just pissed. I didn't like what,
It's okay. You just worry about your family and you worry about yourself. Me and you stay close together, and we're going to put his little ass in the ground. You'll see.
Yeah, because like I said, that just pissed me off. He owned the fucking PBC.
Yeah, well, he's been saying that for many years. He's been saying that.
I'm about to say, why that piss you off so much? I've been hearing them say that, and if it ain't true, I don't know. Hit dogs hollered, so if it ain't true, what? I don't know. Why would you be so damn pissed off?
You don't own another fucking thing. You own yourself.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And don't a bunch of millions of dollars.
Don't worry about that. He's got to build it by take to put your name and have money for. I got us covered, land. You just feel.
I hate when people laugh like that. They ain't never good.
Being you're covered. Okay.
Yeah, okay, partner. We getting to work tomorrow on the other thing on that stuff.
Yeah, and your stuff's already in your money, be in your bag before you leave.
Okay.
Thank you, brother.
Okay.
Okay, that was one of those conversations. Let me just tell you what I feel. That it's framed because of context, because right now Floyd and all the contention and litigation going on is framed a different way than potentially it is. Maybe it's just like, Floyd just talking too much talk and he act like he bigger than us and he act like he got our stuff and own us, and then now with everything else going on, it takes on its own life, its own thoughts. But these are the people that they're talking about. Because one of the things is Pacquiao now needs somebody to fight. And they're saying Adrien Broner, even though this is Adrien Broner, but he don't look like that right now, y'all. He been at Taco Bell and the liquor store. And, I see Adrien Broner here and there, and I say what's up to him. I got to say this respectfully, but it's real. I don't be like thinking people that got like real problems all the time, like alcoholics and stuff. Him, man, he need to get a little help. He got to get a little help. He might be an alcoholic. I know my mama used to drink almost every day, but she wasn't an alcoholic. Him, he might need to get a little help.
I know all y'all against me. Him right here, Leonard Ellerby against me. They with this bitch ass nigga. Leonard a bitch ass nigga too.
First off, you don't disrespect me like that.
Man, shut up. You ain't with me.
Wow.
You ain't with me. You with Jesse.
I'm with Mayweather Promotions.
You with, yeah. You ain't with me.
And this
I'm a real one. I'm a real one.
And this isn't about me. You guys got to fight
on
Saturday night.
Shut that soft ass shit up.
And the best man
Shut
to win.
That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got to. Man, shut that soft ass shit up, man. You ain't with me.
That was actually a clip to show you that Broner has smelled some of the issues going on before, so that's why he wasn't with Mayweather Promotions, with Mayweather, etc. And Leonard Ellerby. Take it where you want to take it. But the funniest part about that clip really is this. That guy's face. You know why? Because that guy knows what we're all thinking. That guy knows that this guy can say whatever he wants to this guy and any other guy sitting in that seat, including me, because one, he'll go there, but two, he got them hands. So this man literally interrupted him, said, hey, don't be disrespecting me like that. And he said, shut that soft shit up. Shut that soft shit up. He said, don't disrespect me like that. He said, oh, hold my beer. Let me disrespect you more. What you gonna do? Didn't even look at him. See, that's the power. That's the power of sports. That's the power that you want, right? That's the power you want with like, dog, we not the same. You are a man. Respect to you. Salute. You're a man. Accomplished businessman. I am a machine. I will let these things go and they lethal. I got to register my hands. He didn't flinch. I know they were doing a promotion and he ain't supposed to be fighting and all that, but god dang. If that almost was like, what's his name? Corey Holcomb, when him and Anton Daniels, he was like, say it again. You didn't hear it again, did you? All that other stuff. Let's go outside. Hey, let's take an Uber. Hey, let's do a podcast together again. Say it again. Corey kept saying, say that again. You didn't hear it again. That was the only thing Anton didn't do. Right? So everybody coming out the woodworks about this, because just be real. Y'all, I know y'all don't like to claim that y'all like Floyd Mayweather and want to watch him fight and all that stuff, but he got two of the biggest fights of this century. So don't act like y'all ain't rocking with him. So people are feeling all kind of ways, including by arrows.
Well, it's very, very sad. But, Floyd had a great career. He made a lot of money. But in his mind, that made him a great genius. Great business genius, great genius in life. And because he overrated life, he ran out of money. You can't, no matter how much money you have, you can't have 2 big planes, 10 security guards. It's going to cost you money. I mean, so again, I'm really sad to see that happen, but hopefully he'll get out of it. Hopefully he'll get out of it.
Blah. We'll just have it at the end there. It's almost oversimplified now. Like, dog, come on. You can't do that. You can't have an entourage of TMT vans everywhere, every city. You can't have 10 security guards bigger than the O-line for the Ravens. And you can't just go around like that. Everything you're doing is just on the clock. Expenditures. People who make way more spend way less. That's always a bad recipe. But I love the fact that he said since he made all that money, he thought he was smarter than he was. There's somebody, and I'm not going to say his name because people don't give him enough credit or I don't want to sully his name. I don't want to whack out his mural. There's somebody who's killing it in business. And the insiders all say he's not that smart in business, but his smartest attribute is he knows he's not that smart. So therefore, he's with the right people. And he's lending what he does have in genius. And even Floyd has something in genius. I give you one, his NIL. If Floyd would have just went to all the real executives, can I meet with the CEO of Tim Cook, Google, Yahoo? Like, look, I know you guys don't really deal with boxing too much, but hey, it's sports. I'm one of the most famous athletes on this planet. I want to offer up my services, my NIL, in return to just get a piece of some of these new opportunities you have, and I'll promote them in places that most people can't touch or the athletes are not familiar, right? They're going to be like, oh, amazing, amazing, amazing. Yes, we are opening up a new office in Zimbabwe. Won't you have a fight in Zimbabwe? And then guess what? We're going to promote it through you. Yes. Here's $30 million that you'll get over time. I know somebody doing that model. I'm not big enough to do that model. I do it, but it's on a smaller scale. But that's what you got to do. You got to use what you got to get what you want. It's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. What's real from fake, I don't know. But I did want to see Pacquiao Mayweather Part 2. I ain't like y'all. I don't act like I don't want to see it. I wanted to see it. Oh, well, we'll figure out something else to watch that night. Maybe Broner will fight Pacquiao. We'll get into it. All right, beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you guys love. Like the video. Start there. Just hit the like button. Oh, Marcellus is up at 5 a.m. I like that. I could be in the streets. Subscribe to this channel. Become a member and hit the super chat. Y'all know we got a bunch of topics. We're going to keep the energy going. I tease it once in the beginning of the show. The rest of that, I'm getting tired of teasing. Feel like I work on Family Feud or something, like Richard Dawson or something. God dang. Just watch the show. God dang it. It's on there. It's cracking.
Pick. Jason Tatum, he's safe. There are no issues. There are no problems. You know, I'm not going to say he's you don't hear from him much.
They're talking about why Tatum get all this love, Jaylen Brown gets all this hate internally with the Celtics. What their mindset is, their thought process. Jason Tatum, safe. Seems like he's mainstream. This other kid, I don't know. It seemed like he a little disruptor. I don't know. He's for the streets. He's a little more Leimert Park, right? We like Sunset Boulevard, not Leimert Park. Activists.
So hold on. So just because JB a little outspoken,
that's a little scary, Joe. Hey, Joe, that's a little scary now. Organization, take that.
Okay. Yeah, I get it.
You hit the nail on the head. Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm glad he brings light to attention to issues that are prevalent. I'm glad he's in the community. I'm glad he's trying to help the black underprivileged community. I'm glad for that. But if you think teams like that, you're crazy.
No.
He's right, and he's wrong. Okay, he's right that teams don't want to hear all that. And frankly, you wouldn't want to hear all that too if you owned a team. You're like, dog, life, there's always something to be grateful for, and there's always something to complain about. Welcome to living. Okay, now, put that aside. I want you to do one thing. That basketball. Like, that's what a team owner, look, don't get caught up in should you do that. The question, or the demand is, just do that. That's where you get your riches from. I don't care about nothing else going on in your life. You handle that. I don't care what's going on in your community. You handle that. My pure intention as an owner is to get the most out of you as a basketball player. Now, that comes with all the other things. But then those other things, I wish they had a grander scope than just, what is this, the black underprivileged community? Man, sometimes they just be petting us on the head, black underprivileged community. There's way more issues in our community, and I mean community like no matter what color, our world, than black underprivileged community. Like, are you serious? I swear people just read the same book.
No. Yeah.
In Boston at that?
Hey, it's one of the top sports cities.
Yeah. And they all about winning, Joe. They're not about controversy.
No,
That's a huge market. They love their Celtics, boy.
They love him. They love Bill Russell and all that. But what did they do to his house? The greatest winner in sports history. They treated him just.
What did they do to his house, Joe?
You better read his book.
Where was that?
Broke in his house and defecated on his floor. Yeah, Bill Russell, they did that to him. Yes, he wrote it in his book. For the longest time, he never told anybody. Y'all better stop playing.
You dead ass?
But look, we don't need to really get into the history. And I think the thing is that sometimes.
But we always do. Notice that, right? Well, let's talk about what happened 40, 60 years ago. And then that happened with some individual to one individual, but let's act like that's how it is in Boston. I need to run a mental training course on how to interpret history in present day. That should be a book, Interpreting History Today. That's a really good title. It'll make me think. But in reality, man, I'm telling you, because I know how stories become folklore. I become a story. As soon as I start doing ESPN, I talk about my career. It sounds like I'm having a campfire. It sounds like I'm sitting there fireside chatting. I'm like, wait a minute, because people will embellish. Like, people come up to me, literally at times I have been to events and got announced as a Hall of Famer. And I literally get to the mic, I'll be like, if y'all talking about college, yeah. If y'all talking about high school, okay. Like, people just embellish. And that just means they put extra sauce on it. Good or bad. That's all I'm going to say about that right now without diving too deep into the details.
Jaylen Brown, as great as he is, when guys, why you think they didn't like Ali?
Oh, yeah.
Ali spoke
Outspoken.
about it. He said, y'all want me to go fight Big Kong, but they ain't never turned no dogs on me. They ain't never put no water holes on me. They ain't never called me the N-word.
Yeah.
Y'all do that here, but you want to send me over there?
Hey, well, Ali was a trip, boy.
I can't lie. I would have did the same thing. First of all, I salute to every soldier. I don't know what it is, too punk. I ain't going to fight. I ain't shooting nobody because I ain't getting shot. It's just not. We got to figure out another way of diplomacy. I am not the one to cross. You imagine me get with an M16 doing what? Shooting who? I don't know him. Mm-mm.
Yes.
And that was
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem was in college when he went to the summit in Cleveland in 1967.
Okay, now we're doing a dissertation on the history of politics and sports. Blah, blah, blah. All right, let's keep it going. We got to keep it going because people are talking about this whole situation, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, what's going on in Boston, what they should have did. They missed out on Giannis. Great opportunity, and there's some repercussions to it. I know it because Gilbert Arenas told me.
I trade off with Luka, nobody would have known about anything. It'd have been like some whispers later on, but nobody would have officially known. This one, you're pushing the narrative. Whoever is in the upper house of the rooms is leaking this out for the world to know. And because you didn't, Boston, you was in trouble when you didn't realize when Milwaukee asked for who they asked for, you wasn't in negotiating power anymore. See, sometimes you got to know your leverage. Boston, when you said you were trading him publicly, that meant whatever you had to give up, your ass should have gave up.
Yeah.
Ain't that deep? Gilbert be breaking it down, dog. It's deep because guess what? If you don't, and he's still here, you know what you got to deal with now?
Yeah.
Because you would have had Giannis for the two players that they wanted. Was it Honcho and who?
Hugo Gonzalez and Baylor Shireman.
You get the fuck up out of here. I got Giannis.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you right now, you're going to be forced to give up Jaylen Brown, and I guarantee you, Greek the Freak won't be the motherfucker coming.
Well, you know what they said, right?
I don't know what they said. I don't want to know. Greek the Freak is not coming. He's in Miami. And to your point, Gilbert, you were right. Since you didn't give up what they asked for to get him, you didn't get him. And now you're still stuck with him, who is now trade bait, who is now one of your alphas on your franchise, and you know you're feeling like you got egg on your face. That's how the game goes. Blah, blah, blah. Love to all you top fans out there. I see you guys. Stomp is in the building. He's here. He's on set. He got his popcorn. And he's number one right now, but he's gettable. You can get him at this number, y'all. Y'all better just get up in the chat and try to catch up to Stomp. But this is a low number for Stomp. It's high for y'all, but it's low for Stomp. Y'all can catch him. Shout out to Rafael Ramirez, number 2, trying to catch him. Chris Fox is 3, Dan Fan 4, and Lakota Sue is number 5. All that and more. Oh, man. Y'all know me. I want to do that. This is crazy about Giannis, too. Miami Heat said they're not taking his brothers. Stop it. Nope. See, that's what I like about Pat Riley and the Heat culture. You can just tell there's a line. And you know, look, I didn't say what side you got to be on the line, but you know there's a line right there. Stop playing with us. Oh, it's crazy. Pat Riley like, I don't give a damn about your brother. You know Giannis coming in there. Hey, I got 2 brothers, and they come from, like me in Nigeria. They go to London, and then we come here. We've been Milwaukee for 11 years. Why can we come to Miami too? Pat Riley say, what? What'd you say, your brothers? No. I can see Pat Riley, because you know he's getting old now. He still got the slick back? And he's like, what'd you say? He's like, before I sign, I just want to know brothers can come to Miami. He said, how do I say this? Oh, no, better than that. Let me spell it. You spell it, actually. I'm going to say it. You spell it. Hell no. You ain't bringing them boys here. Can they play? I wouldn't know that. I ain't seen them on the court. So how about this? Hell nah. All right, let's break this down. It's been a minute. We ain't heard from Russini and them in a minute. But somebody broke down the whole damn thing. Oh, my God, they broke it down to the very last compound. So now I done messed up the video, but we're going to get this right.
I'm married to someone average. I don't post a lot about them. If I was married to...
Oh, girl. This is tough. This is insufferable to hear some of these things she said about her husband. Go ahead.
someone beautiful, I'd overpost too. I am so sorry. I need to really stop killing my husband on television. I'm going to be divorced by Christmas.
You know who lets me know my marriage is falling apart? My mom. We've signed up for this, and we're getting divorced at the end of the year.
Stop. Breaking news.
Don't say that. It's hard.
For 8 videos, I asked you one question over and over again. Was Diana Russini's reporting clean? Was the A.J. Brown coverage, the Julio Jones coverage, everything, was it real journalism or was it something else? I asked it in April when the photos dropped. I asked it in May when the boat video came out. And every single time, the institution stayed quiet. The Athletic wouldn't answer. ESPN wouldn't answer. The NFL wouldn't answer. Well, yesterday, the New York Times finally answered.
Hey, well, shout out to this creator, and more importantly, shout out to the fact that y'all don't understand what just happened. The New York Times literally did an investigative report about their own reporter because they own the Athletic, which she used to work for. That's gang related. That means they are bringing the smoke. Just simple as that.
New York Times, the most powerful newspaper in America, the company that owns The Athletic, the company that signed Diana Russini's paychecks, just published a long, detailed, brutal investigation into their own former reporter. They revealed her salary, they called her conduct unacceptable, and they published a private text message she specifically asked them not to use. This is the New York Times turning on one of its own, and today, I'm going to walk you through every piece of it. The $800,000 salary, the traffic ticket detail that tells you everything, the off-the-record message that backfired, and the reason Mike Florio thinks this article is the warning shot before the real verdict drops. Because the Athletic's investigation is almost over, and this is how the Times officially sets the table. So before we get to the content,
all right, the flight mic. I love it, big dog. I'll do the promoting over here, though. You ain't doing no. You done promoting?
Video.
Okay.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? I know it's been a minute since I've last covered this, so here's where we left off. Back in April, Page 6 published photos of the New England Patriots head coach, Mike Vrabel, and one of the top insiders in our industry, Diana Russini, at a luxury resort in Sedona, Arizona. They were...
God, y'all remember how far... this feels like a lifetime ago when we first saw this. And... I still stand on this. This would have been like a bad joke if they would have just owned up to it. But I guess you can't own up to it until you get owned.
Both married to other people. Now, I personally don't really care that much what people do with their personal lives, but this was significant because this entanglement actually affected the NFL. You see, Russini had been the primary reporter driving the A.J. Brown to the Patriots story all offseason long. Witnesses contradicted their defense. She coordinated her statements with Mike Vrabel. She couldn't provide evidence to her own employer, and then she resigned from The Athletic in April, 1 week after the photos surfaced, with the internal investigation into her reporting still open. Then came the avalanche. Photos from 2020, a casino in 2024, a boat video from 2021 where she was visibly pregnant, the connection to 3 separate trades involving Vrabel's teams. Vrabel...
Gotta stop there. Look, here we go. This is not anything new to anybody. Infidelity? Nope. And also inappropriate behavior at work. Nope. If you work anywhere, you've been flirted with or you have flirted with someone. Come on. Everybody knows how the game goes. Come on. Especially if your boss, look, if you're a dude, your boss is a woman, she's trying to holler at you and using her power to do it. How many times I got my butt grabbed at a damn party? I'm like, lady. But, you know, and then at the same time, you know there's some dudes out there, hey, that couch is open. Come on in. Let's talk about that promotion. Come on. That wasn't their problem. Their problem was, okay, somehow, some way, this got out. Y'all got caught slipping. Now, when you get caught slipping, everyone is sitting there holding their breath like, how are you going to own this? How are you going to talk about this? How are you going to worm out of this? And frankly, you got all those people rooting for you to get out of it because they don't want any heat, attention fired their way. They like, please just get rid of this. But getting rid of this doesn't mean nothing happened. You can't say nothing. Oh, so you are leaving a motel. Let me give you an example. You were leaving a motel at 2 in the morning and you're like, what? Just went over there. I was a little tired from work. Ma'am.
Going to counseling.
But I take accountability for my actions and the actions that caused a distraction to the people that I care most about. My family, football team, the organization, and our fans.
And an NBC analyst getting fired for almost talking about it.
Well, it's the biggest story in the NFL. I'd shoot you straight. These are things that I've been texting with my friends in the coaching world. Even their wives are involved in the conversation as well.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
What are you talking about?
I'm trying to... You ever see Star Wars?
Yeah.
His wingman is telling him, stay on target.
Right.
There's a lot there, and there's only so much that is reported and known. I'm just trying.
That's the point. Everybody knows. Like, matter of fact, being real, lie detector tests, and I'm glad they don't do this. Lie detector tests of any industry. Let's use sports media right here. If they had to grab everybody and say, tell me what you know, man, everybody will be pointing at each other. Dog, all these road trips, all these road games. We got Green Bay week 13. What? And these are typically people who didn't play at the highest level around people who are at the highest level in these remote ass places, in these luxury hotels for 2-3 nights away from their kids and family. They have their production meetings. The meeting is over. It is 7 p.m. Are you going to bed? Or are you going to go grab a drink downstairs at the hotel bar? Who hasn't traveled before and seen a hotel bar but like, is that the club? Is that a dating scene? Like, hotel bar cracks, and that's just the pregame, okay? Sometimes the postgame. But the point is that cats are outside, married, kids, little break from the family life, little break from the rigmarole. Come on, y'all, we know the game. Stop it. But man, they could have. I just know they could have got out of this. I just know they could have. If they would have just owned on the part so people would have stopped smelling and sniffing for more. But when you said there's nothing there and we smell it, it's like when you go in your kitchen, you be like, something stink. And then you be like, well, I took out the trash. But I don't know, something stink. You look in the trash, it's empty. You're like, something still stink. You walking around. You know why you walking around? You know something is going on. Then finally you go back to that trash can, you lift it up and look under it. Piece of Spam. Been there for 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Under the trash can.
All right, in Star Wars, the thing called shut up and just let the person talk.
I'm just trying to help you.
All right.
I covered all of this across 8 videos, and then for about 6 weeks, the story went real quiet. The investigation was pending, but everybody was waiting. Well, yesterday, the silence broke, and it broke from the most unexpected direction possible. The New York Times investigating itself. Let me explain to you guys why this article is such a big deal, because if you miss the corporate structure here, you're gonna miss the entire point. The New York Times owns The Athletic. They bought it in 2022 for $550 million. The Athletic is where Diana Russini worked. So when The Athletic launched an internal investigation into Russini's conduct back in April, that investigation was ultimately a New York Times company investigation. The same parent company, the same ownership, and pretty much the same building, basically.
Damn. Y'all catching all this, how linear this is? I think she really, really irked them. Just like the police, when they ask you a question, they say, look, make our job easier. We'll be easy on you. Make our job easier, we'll be easy on you. When she went and lied to that dude at the Athletic, her boss at the Athletic, and had him, you remember, he came out immediately in her defense. Because she went up to him and said, come on. And then, you know, privately, he was like, all right, I put out that fire for you. We should be good. Now, do me a favor. Send me some of the evidence so I could just, have it, put it in the vault just in case, Huh? You ain't got not one picture with the homegirls? A woman in 2026 who doesn't already have it uploaded to the gram has nothing in their phone to corroborate that you were with your homegirls? They can't even leave the house. Girl, look at this sundress. Come on, get in the picture. Hurry up, Karen.
Now, yesterday, the New York Times published a lengthy article about the entire Russini-Vrabel ordeal, written by Times journalists Catherine Rossman and Ken Belson. And this was not a soft, protective, hometown paper kind of article. This was a deep investigation into their own former employee, published by the parent company, while the official internal review is still ongoing. Think about how rare that is. Companies do not usually air their own dirty laundry. They protect their people, or at minimum, they stay quiet until the legal situation is resolved. The New York Times did the exact opposite here. They put their own reporting muscle behind a story that makes their former star reporter look terrible.
And you know why they would do that? Because maybe it's preemptive to knowing that she's about to come and sue them. Like, her only wiggle room now, and this is weird because it wasn't her initial thought, and it certainly wasn't her initial premise. But since she's been through all of this, there is now enough supporting evidence for her to say, hey, I'm suing you guys now. Look how I was treated. You're like, treated? How you being treated? You lied to us. You did this, and now you lied. And she's like, but what did I do? What did I do? What did I do to violate any of our rules, et cetera? And, she gonna have her a case. A case. So I think they now like, look, let's get in front of the court of public opinion as fast as we can.
The language they used was not gentle. Here's a key line from the article. Rossman and Belson wrote that Miss Russini operated in a sports media landscape where traditional journalistic lines could be blurry. She might have considered calling a coach to get out of a ticket, which, by the way, is something that Russini has admitted before on a podcast.
I got pulled over again. I was texting and driving, and so the officer pulled me over. I don't want to say too much of this. I'm not going to say the team or the coach.
Okay.
Police officer pulls up, and I said, listen, Sean McDermott just got fired. I am in the middle of this right now. I know you don't care as a police officer. And he said, well, I'm not a Bills fan. I'm like, oh, you're Jets, so this is good news for you, right? Like, he said, no. And so he names the team. I go, oh, I love that team. I go, do you want to talk to the coach? You should talk to the coach. I FaceTime the head coach. Head coach is in his office. He's like, what's up? I go, I just got pulled over and I just wanted to meet my friend, Officer Joe. The head coach played all into it. He's like, you should let her go.
Yes.
She's a good citizen. Officer's just like, what is happening right now?
So for The Athletic.
Okay, let me stop right there because that's a funny story. And, we always kind of drift off of the main topic a little bit to give color to it, perspective. Love that. Here's the problem now. Every single name she says, every single coach she references now has to go under their own personal investigation at home, if not at their team headquarters or office. Trust me. Because people are like, look, this is one, if it's at home, your wife is like, oh, did you know Diana Russini like that? I mean, I see her, in the locker room here or there at work, sometimes on the sidelines. Really? Did you guys ever hang out? You're like, oh, God. Let's be real. Then your team is like, yo, come here. Diana talked about you on the podcast, somebody said, send it to me. To what extent did you guys hang? You know why? Because the owner's sitting there like, man, they're going to have discovery in this thing. Last thing I need is to find out about you later. So don't do what she did and try to lie about it. Give it to me so I can get in front of this, behind the scenes. I don't know if you guys are hip to it, but there are people, one of them is my boy. There are people that are called fixers. Now, they can't fix everything. Let's just be real. But they can make a lot of stuff go away, right? A lot of stuff go away. Yep. He's hired by an organization, and they just be like, yep, need you in Iowa tomorrow. All right, that's it. Say less. Got to put out a little fire here or there. So these owners have fixers. Let's just say that. As much as we hear is as much as we don't hear is the point.
Under the ownership of the Times, this was out of bounds. And then a Times spokesperson on the record went even further. They referred to Russini's actions as unacceptable conduct. That is the New York Times, the paper of record, using the harshest possible institutional language about a woman who was drawing a paycheck from them a few months ago. This is not, we're reviewing the situation. This is not, we take these matters seriously. This is a parent company openly stating that what Diana Russini did was unacceptable before the official investigation even concluded. That tells you which way this is heading.
Yep. All right. We got a part two of this. No? Should we part two it? Nah. Somebody tell me to go deeper on these topics. Let's keep going.
Now here's the detail that's been getting the most attention, and I understand why, because the number here is staggering. The New York Times article revealed that Diana Russini was making approximately $800,000 a year. 800 grand. That made her one of the highest paid reporters in the entire New York Times organization. Now,
a lot of people always are staggered by that number one way or the other, right? I mean, $800,000 is a lot of money. If you're making that in America, you are above average by a lot. At the same time, people think that when you see somebody on TV all the time, all those millionaires. I hear that all the time. Right? So one of the reasons why there's so many people going to independent media is because you will hear some of these creators talk about, yeah, last month, man, I just made this account, this AI account. I made $200,000 last month. Like, you know what I mean? So it's a different world. Diana Russini making almost $1 million doing what she was doing. Just want to kind of set the table with that.
Not just at The Athletic, but the entire company. Let me give you some context for how big that number is, because in sports media, that is enormous. Most NFL beat reporters make a fraction of that. Most national NFL insiders, the people you see breaking news, are not making $800,000 a year. That's top of the market, face of the brand type of money.
Don't, you went too far now. No, it's not. Yeah, for a beat writer, yeah. And some of the people who are insiders, some. But I mean, look, Adam Schefter making $9 million a year. So like, and I know he's top dog, but like Shams and all them, they making seven figures. So 800,000 is there are some people on TV every day, more like Sports Center anchors and stuff, that make less than that. But if you doing a show like Greeny and all them kind of people, they making 5, 7, 8, 10 million a year. So I don't know where to put 800,000. Usually the 800,000 person is on someone else's show in the rotation. That's like an 800,000 guy.
New York Times was paying Diana Russini like she was one of the most valuable journalists that they had. And here's why that number matters beyond just being a big clickable figure. When you're paying someone $800,000 a year, you are paying for access, you are paying for the scoops, you are paying for the relationships with coaches and general managers and front office people that let a reporter break news before anyone else. That's the entire value proposition of a national insider. The access is the job. But this entire story, all 8 videos, the whole investigation has been about whether that access crossed a line.
Okay, we got to stop there. Blah, blah, blah. All right. We'll part 2 that because that's very interesting. And shout out to Flight Mike for killing it. I've seen his work before, so I love that. So keep it going, big dog. Make sure you hit this like button. Y'all hitting the like button, subscribe to this channel, become a member, or hit the super chat, and we'll chop it up right now. Somebody just got in that super chat. Stomp did again. Stomp is stomping y'all. People now, they don't believe you real, Stomp. They think you AI. He said, don't lie to these people. I don't know what you're talking about, Stomp, but because of AI. People call Stomp AI, so he's like, don't lie to the people. Stomp a real person. All right, and you know who else is a real person in a situation he wishes wasn't real? Terrion Arnold. Let's continue on this one. This is sad.
Next tonight to the NFL star arrested and charged with felony kidnapping and armed robbery. The Detroit Lions' Terrion Arnold in court wearing a suicide prevention vest. He's accused of targeting 3 victims. And here's ABC's Morgan Norwood now.
Damn, they got him on suicide watch. Do they just put you on suicide watch just because? I mean, his circumstances certainly sound like a suicide watch. You signed a 4-year, $13 million contract. You young in the NFL, first-round pick, and now you facing life in prison. Is it just because of the circumstances, or you got to do something internally? Like, since he been there, he's tried something. Y'all tell me, any of y'all in law enforcement or in the penal system, that's, damn, suicide watch.
Tonight, Detroit Lions cornerback Terrion Arnold appearing in court, accused of orchestrating a robbery and kidnapping plot. Arnold wearing what appears to be a suicide prevention smock, overnight turning himself in to authorities in Tampa, Florida. On February 4th, prosecutors allege Arnold directed a group to lure 3 men to an apartment where the victims were robbed, beaten, and held at gunpoint.
Okay, I don't know if they're going to say this, but I forgot to say it last time. I got to say it. Allegedly, after he was robbed and he told his people to go get these guys and get his stuff back or rob them, allegedly, the ones that they got and picked aren't the right guys, aren't the ones who took the stuff in the first place. Allegedly.
Saying Arnold believed the men had stolen more than $200,000 worth of his personal items during a stay in his Airbnb property. But investigators say they later found no evidence to prove the victims were involved in the theft, and that Arnold reported his property missing just hours before the alleged attack.
Don't say that angle. Which sounds like, hey, right before you about to do something to somebody, maybe you want to cover it up. You want to play it off. You want to throw them off your scent. Oh, yeah, they got me at my Airbnb. Interesting angle.
State Attorney's Office saying no one has the right to take the law into their own hands. A dispute over missing property does not justify kidnapping, violence, or retaliation. A spokesperson for Arnold stating the cornerback denies any involvement and maintains his innocence. Arnold was drafted by the Lions in 2024. Tonight, the team saying they are aware of the legal situation and declining to comment out of respect for the ongoing legal process.
What can you say? And what can he say? And this is for all the people who always say, well, I have nothing to do with it and everything. Like, if you had nothing to do with it and this is completely wrong, please don't let it play out in process. Just show us right now so we can believe you. Like, I hate that. Like, I hate when, it happens in steroids all the time. I didn't take no steroid. I didn't do nothing. Prove it right now, please, if you can. I know it's hard to prove a negative, right? But please, because if not, this is tough.
Police had previously arrested 6 other people who were allegedly involved. 2 of them have since pleaded guilty. And David Arnold is being held tonight without bond. If convicted, he faces up to life in prison.
2 reactions. 1, He already had 2 of them leaking. They already gone, and that's me. I would have been, if it were me, I would have been the first one. Soon they put the handcuffs on me, I was like, you can loosen these up so I could type out what happened. I am snitching. Get me out of here as fast as I can because I know I got to go in there. And second of all, I've never seen Morgan Norwood in my life. It won't be the last time I watch ABC News now. Goodness, she beautiful. Whoa, they ain't slick. They ain't slick with that. That's I was like, what? What she got to do with the case? Let her out. Free Morgan Norwood. Can you imagine? Golly, that was beautiful. Whoa. One more time. I can't. And you know she like 5'11", played volleyball with Penn State or something. Oh, man, they didn't have no women's volleyball pro league, so she went into journalism, and then she said, I'm not going to do sports media journalism because y'all be acting a fool. Y'all don't even have journalistic integrity. And on top of that, Diana Russini, so she a real reporter. Goodness, Morgan Norwood. Move on, Wiley. Move on. All right. That's a crazy story right there. You want to get crazier? Speaking of women in journalism and sports, all right, let's get crazier.
We've been watching the guys like JT and expect every man you meet to be like JT. And JT is, I'm telling you, one of the greatest people in the world you would ever meet.
No, I only date wonderful people.
Right. But JT's the exception, not the norm.
Yeah, of course. But I'm saying I only date exceptions. Like
I only date I only date wonderful people. That's a damn lie to everybody who's ever dated. No one can date only unless you ain't dating. Like dating is data collection. So as you're collecting data, sometimes you collect some data, you're like, oh, hell no. But I know what she means. She like second date, third date, fourth date, fifth date. She not talking about, I don't meet bad people. I only meet wonderful people. So just taking out a little context, taking out of context.
I have incredibly high standards for the human beings that are around me, particularly when it comes to men. I really look for and only allow in my purview kind, like strong, moral, loving, people with integrity, solid humans. Like I don't have any time for any riffraff.
I love how she said, especially men. Like, you got lower standards for your girls? Stop lying. You know you keep them standards the same, so keep going.
It's not, I'm too old for that. It was really cute. I had a lot of it.
So
it was very fun.
So
but
now
I'm
they
done
don't
with that.
DM you now? Because they're not DMing you and trying to hook in or hook up or stuff like that.
I'm incredibly boring in bed, okay? Just don't even waste your time.
Want more of the White House?
Oh, man, I don't even know what to say because everything I say will be used against me in the court of public opinion. I have 3 daughters. And 2 of them, 7 and 6 years old, so the jury is out. But my 27-year-old, she a damn good woman. And I tell you this not as some proud papa who has all the evidence and knows every single thing about his daughter. I just tell you this. What I learned from her experience and her journey is it's not that hard to not go out there and sound scandalous. Be for the gram. You know, the thought. Like we've lost our sensitivity to normalcy. Like we forgot where the normal line is now because everyone needs some attention. And I get it. Putting up pictures of you just hanging out that gets 17 likes gets a little tedious and boring. You're like, how do I get these 17 likes to 1,700? And usually, less is more for a woman. Take it off. Make it soft. Make it look like it. It's so sad. Like, just in a generalization of gender, the sexuality and the sexualizing of women is so sad. We are losing women. I can talk about the men too, but this is a different conversation because Joy's talking. We losing women because they sexualizing themselves. Everything is about, like, first of all, let's just be real. We all got here through sex. It ain't that deep. Pause. It ain't that serious. Like, we acting like it's something that, oh my God, go discover in the land of sex. Everybody can do it. That's why it's the oldest industry in the world. Porn, like anybody can do that. But who does it Who doesn't? Like Morgan Norwood looked like, I don't know her Graham. I don't know anything. I'm just judging. She looks like a different integrity. She looks more like how my daughter presents herself, which is I am proud of. And she showed me, Daddy, it ain't that hard. Like, you know, she don't do this. Hey, booty, booty, booty. Booty, booty, or sex, and then it's all under the guise of women empowerment. This is good for women. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Because I know every single woman that I know that does that. Oh, poor her. Fractured brain, stained experiences. I can do what I want. Yeah, you can. Just like a dude be like, I ain't tripping. I'm for the smoke. What happens to the dudes that's always for the smoke? We know how that goes. Just like a woman. I can do what I want. All right, we know how that goes. It's just, I don't know. I've known Joy Taylor since she was itty bitty. I came out with Jason Taylor. That was 97, class of 97. He was the third rounder, I was the second rounder. I told him then, y'all drafted the wrong D and should have got Jason Taylor. That boy's insane. We went to the combine together. That boy, whoa, you talking about a cheetah, a cat. Yeah, that sucker was, he was doing them drills. I was like, I know I don't look like that doing these drills. Point being, I've known Joy since Joy was hello in this world, I feel like. And just to see, look, she could be disappointed in me too, but oh well. I'm disappointed in the convo. Like, she's so much deeper than this. Everything, I don't know, they just clipping her up. She's probably talking about cooking and hanging and writing books and going on poetry reads, and then all they waiting for is her to say 2 seconds of sex, and that's all they put out. I don't know. But boy, another conversation about sex? God dang, girl. Who cares? It ain't that deep. Or is it? All right. Beat up in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Let's stay in the sports world. Let's stay in there. Anthony Edwards, you got what you wanted. You got LaMelo. How's that going to work out, brother?
Oh, I love this move. For the Hornets. Minnesota, on the other hand, I am baffled. I think we will look back on this the way we look back on Dame going to Milwaukee. Oh, that was the first really big domino in the superstar asking out. In 2 years, when one of the big topics is Minnesota going to trade Anthony Edwards, that will be because this last week of moves has blown up on them. I think they got worse. I understand that Naz Reid is not as good of a player as LaMelo Ball, but coming off his best year and the team's best season at the peak of his popularity, the Charlotte Hornets said, you know, let's get out of the LaMelo Ball business. And that's smart. I thought we all agreed this guy was an unserious player. You know who also agreed with it? The team that knew him best.
Blah, blah, blah. So that was written in reverse. He reverse engineered that take right there. And he's smart to do it because he took a lot of criticism, as he should have, by calling him a clown, because it kind of bled into him being a clown as a person. And I understand what he was trying to say. He's not the most mature player, or he has some antics that can make you question his focus and seriousness. I understand where he was coming from, but it came out that way. He took a lot of water in. So to get some of that water out now, he's like, oh, I don't know. The team that actually drafted him and the team that actually had him to a max player could give him $350 million decides to say, no, you know what? We actually like Con Knipple. We'll build around him because he's more serious. He's more dedicated. He just wears it different, wears it better. Kind of like when we were talking about Joy Taylor and then Morgan Norwood. Like, it's just like Con Knipple is Morgan Norwood. You see her or you see Con Knipple, you're like, ooh. And then LaMelo is Joy Taylor. You're like, wow. But, you know? So Nick Wright says, I'm going to double down on what I said without having to say it, because guess who said it for me? Charlotte Hornets. Now everybody's liking that. Some people are taking exception. Why y'all keep killing LaMelo?
It's been pissing me off. Put me up so I can see Stephen A. and Vinny. Put me up, because this junk has been running me hot for the longest. Like, I feel like LaMelo Ball has been getting criticism that has been unfair. And I'm not talking about from YouTube. I'm talking about from the world. This man has been called a clown. This man has been treated as if he's a criminal. Do you know I have walked into AAU gyms when LaMelo Ball has been in there, and this man has been treated, and these kids come up to him and they come around him as if he's the president.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, where you going with this? Oh, no, he a superstar. Superstar. I saw LaMelo in Vegas last year. Superstar. And I've known LaMelo since he was little because I went to high school with his uncles, and I've known LeVar forever. Superstar. I'm like, dog, this is insane. He's like, I know, big dog. It's crazy. Good for him. But I look, Nick Wright said it. I know that on these shows they don't like to say each other's names to give him credit, but Nick Wright called him a clown. He shouldn't have. Outside of that, I don't know what does he have to deal with? Like, he LaMelo Ball, you better recognize he's driven. He drives his cars and he got a ticket, or he did something crazy and went too fast and everybody got on video. But if you really want to write down what people are doing against LaMelo Ball, nothing. The craziest thing is an organization that could have paid him $350 million decides to trade him. But guess what? That doesn't always mean something's wrong with you. What's wrong with Luka? He was out of shape. How much out of shape? He took him to the finals. He likes his beer. Who doesn't? So nothing wrong with Luka, and they traded his butt. Well, they already got more out of him than they did out of LaMelo. One day we saying LaMelo needs to leave Charlotte so we can see how great he is and get his superstardom to the next level. Then when it actually happens, we say, oh, man, they treating him like a criminal. We got to pick a side.
This man is a real iconic figure.
He is.
He puts up there with the best of them.
Yeah.
He is a real role model. I just hate when a lot of people, and again, S.A. Vinny, I'm not talking to y'all. I'm addressing the outside world that continues to attack this man's character, because there's nothing about this man's game that we can sit up here and downplay.
Blah, blah, blah. We need to stop doing the absolutes. I told you sports media is living in this absolute world. You don't even have a list of 5 things that people have said bad about LaMelo. You got the clown from Nick Wright. I can't remember another one. Maybe it's me. The world ain't killing LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball living like a hustler. He winning like above the law. Living like a hustler. My son knows who LaMelo Ball is. Why? He watches all these viral YouTube NBA clips about lifestyle. LaMelo Ball got his own watch and all this stuff. My son like, LaMelo. And I'm like, yeah. Like, he wears it. Look, the sleeves. He got the tat sleeves. He didn't come in like that. LaMelo was the little golden child. His daddy always said it from hello. If you listened, his daddy said, I got one boy. He gonna make it. That was Lonzo. He said, I got another boy. He gonna be close. He gonna get there, but gonna have to work for it. Then he said, but then I got another one. And he said, he is special. He said that from hello. I remember him being on ESPN with us. 2014, 2012. He's like, him. And he used to come to the show, little old LaMelo. I got pictures somewhere. Itty bitty. He was an itty bitty. Then he would show us some videos. He would go in that backyard they had with concrete with the one rim and would like try to go into the pool or go way to the hillside. Swish. I was like, that little boy can shoot. That's LaMelo. But I don't know about all this killing them criminal stuff. Like, I understand you got it off, Perk, but you got it off the chest. Good for you, but come on now.
Minnesota Timberwolves. Y'all did the coldest move in the game. You went and got that Melo. Yes, but here's the thing. Let me give you the recipe. You got to get the other 2 ball boys. You get the other 2 ball boys, it will be the most watched team ever in the NBA. Trust me when I tell you.
Maybe.
You don't think I'm just talking? No, I'm not. Melo can't win it by himself, but I tell you, with his brothers, I guarantee y'all a championship. The chemistry and the goddamn speed of the game, I never taught my boys to play by themselves, but together, you can't beat them. And with A-Rod, you already a superstar, so you know what to do. You would take a chance. So go get them boys. You can get Lonzo damn near for nothing. You can get Jello damn near for nothing. Guess what? Coming off the bench, starting, team chemistry, morale in the locker room, whatever you want. Whatever them ball boys together, can't can't lose. You want the championship? Get them other two, and I guarantee a championship. Trust me when I tell you.
What up, baby? Oh man, this dude is the best. I just got now. That's a narrative. That was a persona that got hijacked. I didn't like that, and I used to buy Triple B. He used to send me all the stuff. I would buy it. I was like, "You can send it," but I already bought it. I supported him from hello. Maybe there's some bias because I knew his family. I knew his brothers. We went to the same school. Maybe. I doubt it. I never saw him as a villain. I saw him as a dude who's like, look, where I'm from, South Central, and his brothers went to Westchester, ball, won state championship, kept going. I heard some issues happen later. I don't know. I ain't caught up with them or know the real of that. But the point is, we all had to navigate around street life. Where we from is just a navigation. Doesn't mean you had to be involved with it. It's just, it's there. It's present. And he had the presence of mind to leave that and raise his three boys with intention way out. And I mean way out. Side of LA. Just so they can get there. And then they get there. And then everybody's like, whoa, how'd that happen? I'm like, by design, give the man credit. The man intentionally went out there, got away from that distraction, those distractions. My mom did a different version. She said, look, my grandmother was raising my mom in Watts. Watts riots happened. They moved to Compton. Why? Greener pastures, safer. After Watts riots, Watts was crazy. Watts still is crazy. Go to Compton. Compton gets turned out. My mom she had 3 brothers. 2 got murdered, 1 suicide. Mama's like, you ain't going to no damn Compton High School or Compton school system. We moving to greener pastures. You know what greener pastures were in 1975, 74? That world? 1980? When we moved, 1981, I think. All Slauson. Yeah. Which they start turning it into, you almost by Windsor Hills, it's View Park kind of, it's South Central. Look, 60s hood is Slauson boys and all that Nipsey Hussle stuff, rest in peace. Yeah, they all trying to escape this thing. He did it. Put 2 boys in the NBA, the third one damn near for a long time, right? Crazy. But now, we're in a different phase of life. Come on, talk to us.
You know, with my wife, who Tina decided to go her own way. That's why you don't see her right here. But she want to go do something else, that's fine with me. We had our run. So even though she had the stroke and getting older, she would never be like, oh man, she was always beautiful in my eyes until you say, I want to go do something else. Yeah. Now you're not as beautiful to me again. And the fact that if you decide to go this way, I'm going to go that way, that's fine.
That's deep.
It is what it is, man.
Man, first of all, the meds, look at the meds right there on the damn camera so you know it's real life. But 2, 30 years, all that intention, all that they built. Whew. I've been taking deep dives on relationships of late because, one, I've always been fascinated with relationships, but I see it evolving. Relationships not the same as they used to be. Marriage is not the same as it used to be. Everyone has been introduced to their vanity, whereas before it was a fantasy, your vanity, right? Don't date your fantasy. Well, most people didn't even have to worry about that. You couldn't even meet your fantasy. It's almost like this. Do you know the difference between Michael Jordan and LeBron James? I'm talking about like off the court. Like Michael Jordan, who knew? We saw a red Ferrari or a Lamborghini, I think it was Ferrari. We saw him hang with Ahmad Rashad. We knew he was married to Juanita, and he wore sick, fresh suits. He looked clean and crispy every time. And you rarely saw him outside of that. That was it. Now, he lived a whole different life than that, or more to his life than that. Obviously, over the years, we've heard. But, he was a real person. But that was all we got. We got almost like a story, like a Marvel version of a basketball player who will become the GOAT. Now, in that conversation, there's also LeBron James, who literally we see so much every day. You can have LeBron fatigue if you want. More importantly, You know not only who he's married to, Savannah, but you can know every kid's name, where they go to school. You know where LeBron lived damn near if you really want to go there. You see him riding to the work. You hear him in the back rapping Jay-Z. And to me, that change right there is the same change in relationships, and we're not taking notice of it. So now you are literally the same level of person, but what we're exposed to and what you're exposed to is almost like Jordan to LeBron. Did we ever see Michael Jordan riding, playing Albie Shore in the background? It's getting chauffeured. No. We got to watch The Last Dance and be like, oh, wow. Relationships, man, whether it's social media, Instagram, you know how many women I see right now? Single, beautiful, older, accomplished, got reduced to just being south of France summer trips girls. Oh, you want to date? Yeah, we can have fun. I ain't committing. I'm a dude. Why would I commit? What commit for? Look, first of all, look at my phone. Look how many fine girls there are. Second of all, I don't know who's cool, who's not, who's real, who's not. Frankly, I don't know that about you. Third, you guys have changed the standards on what a man needs to accomplish just to be in the game with you. Women have changed the game. The whole Cash App, that's real. OnlyFans, that's real. You got to deal with all those things, and then you get a normal good person, a real woman who's just trying to be about it, but then all of her friends are all in that game. Whether it's bad, or good. It's just crazy. And the men, these dudes ain't committing. Dudes like, man, these commit to what? It's already hard enough to be, you know, men, you got to be perfect. To be faithful, you got to be perfect. Men already like, man, this thing, it's hard to turn this faucet off, right? But I'm focused. I love you, baby. I want you and I, fidelity. Let's get married. Oh, we're not intimate? Oh, you don't want to hang? You don't want to keep the spice alive? It's just everybody's shifting. So that's why I've been taking a deep dive. Continue.
And like I said, anytime you can find somebody you can stay in love with for a long time, or for one day or whatever, if you can witness that love, that's good. I had that with her. And I found somebody else. But it is what it is.
It's so crazy to me, and I really believe this. It is way easier to find a good girl than it is to find a good man. Because even the good men still gonna be like, I ain't locking in, I ain't committing. There are a lot of women who are like, yo, say what you want, save me from this BS. It's hard out there because if you're a woman that's independent and single and all that, but you're amazing, you gotta lift all of this. Life is heavy. Who's stronger to lift life? Men. And I'm not talking about just emotions, I'm not talking about financial, I'm just talking about men are equipped to take life's punches and fend off them. Because we're not emotional. We're like, I don't care. We ain't tripping off that. We ain't living by happiness. We living by commitment to what we want, our goals. Women are living by that, but what intercepts it is, how do I feel? I would have never become anything in this world if I ever led by feelings, because I didn't feel like practicing every day. I didn't feel like leaving my friends and going to work. I didn't feel like running that hill. I didn't feel like saying, nah, I can't eat that because I got a game later. I'm doing that right with my son, 10 years old. He come up to me with these little chewies. Daddy, can I have another chewy? I'm so thankful he asked, because he could have snuck away and just had it. And then he's like, can I have another chewy? I said, no, you got a game in 2 hours. Oh, okay. And then inside of me, man, I'm about to cry again. A little part of me died. A little part of me cried because he died. I remember when I was that kid and I was looking at my coach like, can we go swimming? He was like, no, wait till the track meets over in 3 days. You're like, you walking by the pool, you seeing all them kids in it at the Holiday Inn, and you're like, I can't go swim. I can't swim. I'm outside. We in Oregon, we can't swim. We in Florida, it's burning up, coach. We ain't never been to Florida. What the hell? Why is it so hot? Why is there water on the walls? He's like, that's called humidity, ignorant. And you're like, you like just want to live. You don't know what to do, but you understand that that's sacrifice, that's commitment, that's going to lead to your greatness and your dreams becoming a reality, so you do it. But damn it, part of you cry, part of you die.
Wait, who?
No need to worry. And you know
Sorry,
what? You know, with
Blah, blah, blah. What a super chat I got right here from my man Brian Untitled, who says the ease of access has devalued relationships. There's no more 6 degrees of separation. Absolutely. You said it better than me, brother. Oh, no more caveman. Honey, I'll be back in 2 weeks with some boar. A lot of boar. You guys sit here, stay here. And come back in 2 weeks with some boar, something to eat. Now, what was he doing them 2 weeks? I don't know. Was he outside cave women? Was he out in them streets, them jungles? I don't know. But you fast forward to now, I ain't got to get out of bed. First of all, I can order some boar. DoorDash me some boar. Good. Oh, honey, you're good? Yeah, I'm good, but I'm about to take a trip. Me and my girls, we going to Casablanca. We'll be back in 3 days. Oh, that's fun. Have fun. When she takes that flight to Casablanca and has her little mimosa, guess who's on the flight? Dan. Dan is going over there on a business trip. Hey, ladies, I got $5 extra, and I'm sure you guys don't want to spend all your money on drinks all night every day. Let's link up while we're out here. I'm out here for 3 days. Platonic. We'll hang, go to dinner, hang. I got a few buds, and next thing you know, the access, the ease. Now your wife hanging with Dan, it's nothing. Dan just taking them out to eat, and they feel good because they're like, we saving money. Everything costs, baby. Everything costs. So now he got your wife info, or he got her gram. Same thing now. Got her number or got a gram, he DMing, he get drunk and he writes a little smiley face. Oh, last night was amazing. Smiley face. Then your wife write back, because she's being nice and she also indebted. They spent $2,000. Oh yeah, that was great. Good stuff. We're going to the pool. Oh, we're going to the pool. Here we go. Now he's sitting there in the jacuzzi, Mike Vrabel, Diana Russini, and your wife with his pinky toes. We only got 2 days left. She checking her phone between all that. Guess what? She's tagging the hotel she in. Guess who else in the hotel? Back. Girl, guess who here? Or when they walk by, guess who there? Oh, hey, what's up? How you been? Dog, I want this machine that just tells the truth for everybody and everything. I think that would be the best thing for human relations. Stop talking about leadership and politics. The best thing would be a truth teller machine for the whole globe. Everyone walked around open book. Everyone walked around out. Fake cards face up. Then we wouldn't talk trash about each other because we would know all of our dirty, hidden secrets. That was just one trip, y'all. Trust me, I done been in relationships before where I've been the one and I'm landed. I get on the plane and I'm like, she on the plane? Then you's like, don't flirt. I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna flirt, but don't be rude. Like, she's sitting right next to me. You like, don't flirt. Who ain't been here? I ain't gonna holler. I got a girlfriend. Damn, she fine. All right, whatever. But don't be mean. Like, she's so fine you can't be nice and be her friend. I was like, you be sitting there battling next to you, say, hey, how you doing? She say, hey, how's it going? She's like, where, you're going home or you traveling? What are you doing? Is this work? You're like, here we go. Jesus. Y'all don't believe me? Oh, y'all don't believe me? Listen to this story.
Get you out of here on this one, D-Wade. There was some infidelity in the relationship, or there's something that transpired. Was it harder for you to sit down and have a conversation and to tell her that something had happened outside the relationship, or losing the finals?
Way harder to have a conversation with my now wife.
Right.
Who wasn't at the time, but my now wife about it. Like, you try to think of everything possible.
Because you're thinking about what you're going to say, and you're also thinking about how she's going to react.
Yeah, I mean, you're thinking about it all. It's all scary. One, the whole situation is scary enough.
Right.
All right. I'm compelled to tell y'all the truth. So right now, I'm not liking the framing of this question. Like, you had infidelity and you had to tell your fiance or girlfriend at the time. We talking about Gabrielle Union. Shout out to the homie. Like, it's put it in a context and perspective of like sports. But I understand what Shannon was doing, but they're two different. Those are two different pools in terms of where it's grabbing you emotionally. But Dwyane is going to answer it. And this whole situation, if you don't remember, it was big. It was big back then because, I mean, Dwyane Wade's Dwyane Wade, Gabrielle Union's Gabrielle Union. And then the other lady, I actually know her too. Seen her as recently as last week. So it's real spit. This is real spit. But you imagine you want to spend your life with somebody. That's what he's thinking about Gabrielle Union. But then you make a turn. But then you still want to come back to that person and have that life with them. Whoa, that's a dynamic.
Public figure. That's
right. Yeah.
But you've hurt. You know that this is going to hurt.
You know it's going to hurt. You know it's going to hurt.
That you've been building a relationship with and a life with.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And no matter what people say on the outside or what people want to think, this and that, like ultimately, like you got to sit with you and you got to sit with this person if this is who you're going to be with.
Right.
And I had to sit with my wife about this. Well, my now wife about this and have this conversation.
You know what's so tough? And this is because having a public profile, like you not just sitting with her, you sitting with the imagined thoughts of all of the people that are weighing in on this. Her friends, her family. More importantly, the general public that has an opinion on it because you guys are public figures. All that couch is deep. You sitting there, you just looking at her, but you know you talking to everybody. That's tough.
You told her before it became public.
Yeah. I did.
Because I don't know, D-Wade, if she'd have stuck with you, that thing to come public and you ain't have the conversation with her.
Man, listen, let me tell you, I couldn't have gotten through that moment without her sticking with me. You know what I mean? Like it was we were in the playoffs. I think even in going into the finals, that whatever year that was, man, that was a rough time for me, bro.
So you got a lot on your mind.
You got a lot on your mind. You're keeping something from people you love.
Right.
And it's heavy. At night when it get quiet.
Yeah.
It's just you and your thoughts.
Oh
man.
Them thoughts is loud, and it gets loud up here in his mind. And so it came to a point where, way before, and I tried to pussyfoot around it. I tried to break up with her. And, hey, things has been bad lately. Hey, we've been having a little distance in our relationship anyway. Like I tried all that.
Right.
She kept showing up, and so it hasn't been perfect. It will never be perfect, but that was 9 years ago.
Right.
And we go to therapy.
Right.
We've been to therapy.
Right.
We've had shouts about it. We've had regular conversations about it. And so it's been something that is going to continue to be something that I have to work at and work on. It doesn't go away because years come or because I say, I'm sorry, or whatever it is. And so...
Is that the hardest part of it, D-Wade?
Blah, blah, blah. We can stop there. Woo. It's not going to be perfect. Boy, that is taking on new meaning as you get older. And it's probably the same meaning. Remember great-grandpa? Oh, well, these relationships, I've been married to your great-grandma for 47 years. Nothing's perfect, but, we still together. And you heard that when you were itty-bitty, and you're like, oh, it must be tough to be married, but that's okay. Grandpa did it. Grandma did it. Then you get older, and you start saying, that's my cousin? Jesus. You start realizing you have family all around that neighborhood, all around that whole city. Yeah, nothing's perfect. I think marriage has the best PR team in the world, right next to baby mama. Because baby mama get away with a lot of stuff. It's some horrible baby mamas out there. Baby mama, I ain't talking about wife and mom. I said baby, it's some horrible baby mamas out there. You want to know why? Because once again, they got to take on the whole world because no man there. So then daddy is gone, even though he's there, but he's gone half the time because you got custody. So then you got to take on all of life. You got to take care of yourself, bills. I don't care if you're getting a check or not. You got to do all that. Some of you got to work. You got all of this life coming at you, and you got a baby saying, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, all day. Who got the energy, let alone the bandwidth, let alone who does it right? Oh, it sucks. But baby mamas get a good PR team. Yeah, look at her. She's struggling. Oh, the court system in her favor, right? Why you get 50% custody? You can't handle this kid. Let that man have it, or both of y'all do it better. But ain't nothing like marriage. Marriage got the best PR in the world. You know how many bad marriages there are? You know how much infidelity occurs in the marriage? You know how much unhappiness happens in the marriage? And everybody like, I do. They still getting sold of the imperfections of it. But you know why? Because when it works, it's like winning 9,000 Super Bowls. The harmony you get, the peace you get from it, next level. Next level. All right, we went over. We got one more super chat. Look at y'all. Y'all know y'all must like this. Y'all like these life topics more than y'all did the sports. Brian Untitled said, people's tripping over options. Yeah, it's just, it's almost like Louis Vuitton and Gucci. It's like when you first get paid, you want to buy some of that because you're like, yo, that means money. That means success. That has been a symbol of success. Until you go to Chelsea Street, until you go to Spain and Barcelona, you see that damn canal and all that, and you're like, this stuff only costs $3? Now the choice is yours. Do you go to the Louis store on Rodeo and spend $3,000, or do you go down to downtown LA and spend $3? They look kind of the same. Actually, they look damn near the same. I think we're doing that in relationships. Do I go through this whole process for this one amazing woman, Marcellus' daughter, one amazing woman, Morgan Norwood? God, I loved it. Man, she just seemed like, that's right, go woman. Or, and go through all that and spend and pay for crème de la crème. Or, man, just trying to get mine off, dog. $3. Where they at? This show. I can't believe this is a real show. I can't believe I'm gonna get paid for this. I can't believe y'all watching this. This is unreal, but it's the truth. Y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all know I ain't lying. That's what's happening. Your phone is literally saying $3. Every one of them girls, DM. All you gotta do is like, all you gotta do is follow. I followed somebody before. I like following athletes especially. I'm like, ooh, we'll see how fast she gonna run in 200 when she get to college. Right? You be following this stuff, then you look, you like something, like, ooh, she PR'd, good. And then you look, you be like, damn, all these people following her, dope. Everybody like track. Not everybody like track. Not everybody likes track. Some of them just following, hollering. I know a few track stars, and they be like, whoa, you don't know about my DMs. I was like, yes, I do. I know how they get down. Love to you guys, man. Have an amazing day. I know I am. We got 2 games today. We actually are playing some of our old teammates today. Shout out to Nas and Coda and the family. Looking forward to that. This dude, Nas, I think he's the best. I think he's ranked number 1 as a, maybe that's Derek Tarver Jr. Number 1 as a 10-year-old. This boy, Jesus. Oh, it's going to be cooking today. One thing about him, he got handles. He got the tightest handles I've ever seen in a 10-year-old. It is not even close. This boy has got it on a thread. And everybody keep asking me, how we going to guard him and stuff. I say, oh, we got one player that can deal with it, Kai. Kai Long, he like our Kevin Durant, Durantula, silky, stay emotionless. He don't smile, he don't frown. He just doing his job. He the only one to guard him. My son is athletic enough. My son might be the most athletic on the team. Don't mean you the best basketball player. Do not put my son on that boy. He gonna set traps. My son gonna be out athleting it, moving too much. This boy handles it stupid. Stupid. I mean, go online and see Nas. It's insane. You like, I mean, I'm not lying. His handles are Kyrie. Not Steph Curry, and that's damn close. Kyrie. And he's 10. Y'all think I'm playing? You know I don't lie. It's insane. We got to play them today. And then we got another game after that. Hope we save something. I hope we win both games because we've been in 2 nationals. We've won both. This is our 3rd. We got Orlando coming up. We got Vegas coming up. Oh, I'm so nervous because I know how good they are. Oh, I love it. Nothing beats this, y'all. Nothing beats this. Nothing beats this. Being a father, watching them go on their journey, it feels better than when I went because I was playing and I was nervous. Love it, y'all. Have an amazing day. Pace.
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I believe the verse.
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so.
Boy.